what you need. You need a praise break. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Get your praise break. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Praise break. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Get your praise break. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Hallelujah. 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 I can't help but praise. 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 3, 2, 1, go! Get your praise on. 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 Praise break. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Break. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. Get your praise on. I wanna sit down and God. Get up. I wanna sit down and God. Get up. I wanna sit down on 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 God. All right now.
Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you guys for tuning in on this rainy Monday noonday. So I am your host, Alisha Faye. Thank you for joining your noonday with Alisha Faye. I'm excited. I have a very special guest that we're going to bring to the platform shortly. However, I wanted to just make a couple announcements, kind of let y'all know what's going on. Well, first, I wanted to invite all of our viewers, all of our family and our friends to join us on March 7th. We're going to be hosting a live Share the Love event. It's a fundraiser for our nonprofit called the Palace Housing, Inc., where we provide housing and just different tools for women that are displaced or homeless, for them and their kids. And so we want you to be a part of that. March 7th is going to start at 6:30. It's going to be here live. I have Amber and Dave, who's going to be here with us. I'm thinking about Amanda right now. Hi, Amanda. So they're going to be here hosting the live Share the Love event. And so I'm excited about that. So I want you guys to tune in March 7th at 6:30. And then you're going to hear a lot about what I do in the nonprofit and how we are in the community helping those that are in need. And I want you guys to be a part of that. It's a fundraiser, so we're raising funds to help more people, help more women, help more kids, and just to do the things that we are called to do. And so, I'm excited about that. So put that on your calendars, March 7th, 6:30. All right. I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. I had a great weekend. It was busy, but it was good. We have a lot of things, like I said, that's coming up. Some of you guys had inboxed me about the Hustle Hard Award. That is like such a tongue twister for me. So you guys had contacted me. I'm going to have tickets on today, so please contact me. I'm going to share my phone number in the comments shortly, so you guys could contact me so I can get those tickets to you. They don't have that many tickets left. And so I want to make sure that I get those and connect with those who want to go and be with us and celebrate. All right. Any other announcements? I'm trying to think. I am so excited about today's guest. It's my heart is full. We were going to talk about minding your own business. We were going to be talking about the business aspect of she's a hairstylist, but we wanted to just shift it today. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to shift because when you hear her story, you're going to understand why. And it was really on my heart this morning, actually. And I called to get her permission to shift the conversation, because I really feel that someone that's going to be watching is going to need to hear her story and some of the things she's been through in her life journey. I mean, I wept when I saw the video, when I heard her story. And so I wanted to, for you guys to experience that and to hear her story. So I'm going to be bringing her to the stage very shortly. We excited. about all that's going on in her life. So we were going to be able to have conversation and talk. And another thing, I'm gonna share my phone number, and we're gonna have you guys call in with a couple questions. So you're gonna be able to ask questions and kind of tune in, and yeah, it's gonna be live. This is like a new thing we're about to do. So yeah, we're waiting for her to come behind the scenes. She had a little something going on, but she's here with us. She's looking gorgeous, and we're excited. So while we're doing that, I want you guys who are online with me just to drop where you're watching from, where you are. Say hello to us. Hi Pamela. Hi Donna. How are you? Thank you guys for watching. Hi Shay. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Hi Keisha. All right, where you guys watching from? Hi Antonio. Hey BF. I'm so glad you guys are on the line. Thank you, kings and queens, for being with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I think she's waiting for us. All right. Got a call coming through. So I'm gonna put my number. If you could type my number, my personal number, and then I'm going to delete it. No, I want you to put my personal number because I want you guys, we're going to take maybe 1 or 2 calls. That's going to ask her a question. Once we get into our conversation, you guys are going to be able to ask a question. And so I'm excited about that. We have, this week is going to be very busy, but it's going to be good. You guys, we're going to be on location on Wednesday. So, and then Friday, we're going to have Mika and Duke Amos, yay, gonna be on live with us. So we're gonna have a good time this week. We have a lot of special guests that's gonna come for the month of March before I leave to go on my trip to Africa. And then I'm a video and stream from Africa as much as I can. So yeah, we've been busy. And so I wanna say thank you guys, because it's because of you that I'm able to do what I'm so enjoying and love doing. Thank you guys. Thank you to the Queen team and those who have, partnered with me. I have ladies that send in candles and just different things for we can give away. That's what I want to do. I want to use this platform to celebrate you, celebrate your story, celebrate your journey, celebrate what God has and continue to do in all of our lives, right? And so that's one of the things we're going to use the platform for. So I'm excited, but I can't do it without you. So thank you guys for watching. All right, without further ado, we're going to bring our girl, Mahogany Porter, to the stage. Come on, show her some love. Show her some love. Hi, shout out. Yes, they're already shouting you out, Mahogany. Hi, beautiful. Hello, welcome. How are you? Can you hear me? It's okay. Hey, this technology thing, hey, we just roll with the punches, honey. Can you hear me? All right, I think we got some stuff going on in the background, but it's quite all right. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit while we try to figure out all the logistics in the background. Just a little bit of Mahogany and my relationship, right? So I met her when I was living in Lafayette, Louisiana. I was a hairstylist. I was a hairstylist, oh my goodness, for over 25 years. And I met her. She had just moved to Lafayette from Lake Charles. And immediately when I met her, like we hit it off, right? And so she's a bad stylist. So those who know Mahogany, she can do some hair, honey. She can whip and twerk and beat some hair down. And so I wanted to celebrate her, and we wanted to talk about our hair journeys together. So I'm going to try one more time and bring her in to the live. Let's see if we can get her connected. Hello, Mahogany. Are you there, my dear? I see your beautiful face. I'm not sure what's happening, but it's okay. It's life. It's how our 2020 and our 2021 has been uncertain. You just don't know what's going to happen, but we just roll. But can you hear me? Oh, I think her. Say something to me, darling. I can't hear anything. Are you on mute? I'm not sure what's happening. You want to try to act, you want to try to switch over to, I know that you're on your laptop, and that's just how technology is, because we were fine before we got on, because we were in the behind the stage just having a good time, but now something, oh devil. All right, you good, girl? Can you hear me? All right, this is what I want you to do. Mahogany, if you can hear me, I want you to log off and try to log back on. And I'll tell jokes or something. Or maybe I can sing until you come back. How about that? All right. All right. So let's go and see if we could, and you send you back to the green room, and then I'll just talk to my people. And then we're going to have this conversation, honey. All right. So, and then I'm going to call you because we can see your face. So maybe I should call you so we can hear your voice. Let's do that. We're going to make this work because I want them to hear your testimony today, honey. It's fine. That's what we do. We roll with the punches. All right.
Hello?
All right. Can you, okay, I could hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. So
did you want to FaceTime?
I can.
Did you want to connect via Facebook Live? Because I know StreamYard. Oh shoot.
We gonna get this together, honey. However you want to do it. You can put your face on the screen, and I could just have your voice through the phone.
That's fine. I mean,
she said that she could. Yeah, we can stream through Facebook. It's fine. Our people, you know what? And people are still here, and people showing us love. They know things happen, and we just roll with it, right? We don't freak out.
Or you can just send me a link.
Okay.
And I can just click on the link, and then I just pop up like that.
So I'm hearing that you need to get on Facebook on Queen. Hold on, I'm gonna pass my phone, and I'm gonna talk to the viewers while you guys figure this thing out. It's okay. We here, honey. We're gonna have this conversation. And you know what? I know that your story is so powerful, and like we're here. Oh, we're here. So we're gonna just figure this thing out. So while we waiting, hi everybody. Let me say hi to my people. Shout out. Where you from? Hey, H-Town in the building. Humble. Hi, Humble, Texas. I love it. Hi, Miss Donna. All right, you guys. So yeah, that's just how things go. So we're gonna figure this thing out, and then we're gonna jump back on and have our conversation. We're gonna have our talk. But while we're doing that, let me give some more announcements. So for those who want to join me or join us, the team, while we go to the Hustle Horde Awards, I just need you to just put in the comments, I want to go. Or you could put I want to go, or Noonday with Alisha Faye, and I will try to get some tickets to you. So I'm just trying to figure out who all. I did get some messages and all that good stuff, but we just want to see if I need to do some extras. All right, you got it, girl. You got it, girl.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
All right. Thank you guys who watch, and thank you guys for being so patient. Hey, this is new to all of us, right? And we all trying to figure it out, and things happen. We don't get nervous. We don't get upset. We don't get frantic. We just wait patiently until it all comes together.
Okay.
I can hear you, darling.
Yes, girl.
It's fine. Girl,
yeah.
Girl, breathe. It is fine. That's just sometimes things happen, and we're gonna get it together. And when our viewers hear that powerful testimony, they're gonna understand why there was such a battle in the airways for this to happen. It'll be fine. They'll come back on and jump on or watch the replay, but we will have this conversation today, girl. Thank you for being so patient too. It's fine. It's gonna all work itself out.
I'm trying to upload a picture.
Okay, and then I can just have your voice in the background, and we can just have the conversation.
Cool.
Yay!
Yay! I wish this thing would pull up. Okay.
It's fine. It just shows us that no matter how well we organize or plan or try to have everything like to the letter, sometimes things happen, and it's fine. And it's fine.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with it. It just teaches us patience too.
Yeah, it's fine. No matter how much you prepare, sometimes life just does something different. And so we just roll with the punches. Yeah. But thank you guys who are still on and watching. Thank you guys for all that you've been doing, for sharing the video, sharing the posts, following us, liking our pages. So one of the things while we're waiting, I want you guys, after the show, after the live show, I want you to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Hit the notification button, because after the live and our conversation with Mahogany, we're going to upload the video that I was telling you guys about, that she that she had made, and with her testimony. It is amazing. I cried, and so it was very touching. And you always. And that's why I always tell people, never look at somebody and pass prejudgment, because you just never know that person's story. You don't know the backstory. You may look at somebody and they're all together, their hair is right and everything looks a certain way, but you don't know their story. And like, I just heard a little smidget piece of your story from just watching your video. And I was like, wow, I have a whole new level of respect for you. I have a whole new level of like, wow, you are so strong. I mean, I always viewed you as a strong woman, entrepreneur, independent. But like when I heard your story from where you came from and your journey, it just gave me a whole new outlook on who you are and the strength that you really possess. So thank you for being so vulnerable in that video and sharing that. And that's what we should do. Not only as women, like men as well. Like, tell our truth. Tell our stories, share, like, once you've been healed, and you never know how your story helps other people, right? And that's the thing, like, just helping somebody else. And today, I know that your story is going to help somebody else. That's why it's such a struggle to get you on. But honey, I'll wait.
Look, I'm over here trying to play camera lady too. So, but the mic is working.
The mic is working. So you know what?
Okay, so we can go and do it like this. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I have the mic. I think. All right. So I just need to ask a question. Can you guys hear her? I'm not sure if you guys could hear her. So just kind of give me thumbs up, because we're gonna do the interview kind of like this. Y'all remember when we used to talk on phones? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna just.
So we doing it from the phone, or we gonna do it from the?
Well, I'm just. You know what I can do? As I think everybody, from what I'm seeing, I think everybody can hear you well. And I'm just going to ask you questions, and we're going to just get this party started. How about that?
Are we going to do it from the phone?
Yeah, they can hear you. Can everybody hear? Yeah, so they can hear you. So I'm just going to ask you questions, and just let's talk.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it. All right. So first, I want to welcome you to the Queen's Corner. Thank you so much, my beauty queen, for joining us. Thank you for your patience. We know that we all trying to figure this whole new technology thing out, and so it's good because we still got the phones, and we can talk. So I wanted to, wow, thank you for being here, for real, for real. One of the things I'm going to dive right in. I wanted to introduce you to those who may not know you. I was trying to give them the backstory about how we met. We both were hairstylists in Louisiana. And I want you just to jump in on this piece. Like, how did you move to Louisiana? Like, what was that like? You was in a different place, a new hairstylist with all these other hairstylists in Lafayette. What was that like for you?
Well, oh my goodness, let's go. Oh my. Well, here's the thing. Once upon a time, there was a hurricane called Hurricane Katrina, and then right back to back, then here comes Rita. Rita brings me to Lafayette. I met my husband in Lake Charles, and his family was from Lafayette. So he was like, well, we're going to go over there. So that was before we were married. And being a single parent, newly divorced, and everything, your mindset is like, I ain't worried about nobody but this little girl.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't see anything but let me get this money, because we didn't have a place to stay. We were living with his family. Thank God for Jessica. Thank God for Mama Genevieve and all of them. But
she said all of them.
It was, we were like literally homeless. And thank God for his family, because his cousin Cricket gave me a place to work. And like every time I go back to Lafayette, if I said I want to work, she just let me go work anyway. Like, so the thing about it is, going into a city that no one knows me, I didn't have nothing to lose. So like, I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm just going to go in here and just do it. That's Nobody right. knows me. I have nothing to lose. I don't care if they don't like me. I don't care if it didn't matter, because number one, you're homeless. You got to feed yourself and your little girl. Number two, it's like, you don't know if you're going to have a home to go back to. So let's get it right now in the moment until you figure things out. I was 25 years old. So, that's how I wound up getting to Lafayette, and boom, everything just blew up. So that was the greatest accident that could have ever happened to me. And then all of a sudden, you, the queen of Lafayette, was moving away, and son, like, the majority of your clientele to me. And I was like, oh my God, what a blessing. But I guess I'm not going back to Lake Charles. And, that's how I wound up getting Lafayette.
And the funny part real quick, my husband didn't know, he didn't know that I was a hairstylist. Well, he kind of knew, but he didn't know. He thought when I would go home, when I took him to Louisiana, like people was like, man, when are you going to do my hair? Like, I miss you doing my hair. And he was like, did you do hair good or something? I was like, boy, he don't know. Shout out to all my girls who I used to do. I used to love doing hair. I don't do hair anymore, and I don't miss it at all. I don't know, my season is over. And this is one of the pieces that I tell people, because people kept telling me, like, why are you going to stop doing hair? You're so good at it. Because I was not hair, right? That was not my identity. And so whether I did hair or didn't do hair, I was still going to be who I was created to be, and who I was designed to be, and who I was purposed to be. But for many, many years, my identity was wrapped up in the fact that I could do some hard curls and I could cut hair. And that's how I really, for many, many years, that's where I found my identity, until, I had that encounter with the Lord, and he was just breaking me from a lot of pride. He was breaking me from a lot of, he was just breaking me, girl, just from myself. Right. And so, so then I met you, and girl, you came, I was getting ready to move here to Houston. You came on the spot and was just doing it. And so, yes, of course, when I left, I wanted to leave my clients in the hands of somebody who was going to take good care of them, right? And take good care of their hair, and who knew how to do short hair, because I did a lot of clients that had short hair. And so I remember when we had the conversation, I called you and I said, hey, is it okay for me to send my clients, refer them out? And you was like, you're going to do that? And I was like, yeah, because I've learned early on, there's no we shouldn't have competition. Right? There's enough hair going around. There's enough heads that needed to be done. And I couldn't do them all. I don't care how long you stay in a beauty salon, and we stayed in some shops, some long nights, right?
Yes, indeed.
Right. And so many, many holidays, we would wake up and it would be Mardi Gras, and we still curling hair Mardi Gras morning, Christmas morning. So I remember all those days, and I know you remember them too. My kids remember them as well, honey. But it was just like I couldn't do. I was leaving, so I was like, "Hey, let's do it." And I remember you just saying that to me, and that really blessed me. All right, so now you in this city, Lafayette, Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana, my hometown. Yeah. I know, but we received you. I know I did, with open arms. I loved the fact that you came in and you were killing it. you were doing it. And I loved your energy. I loved your drive. And just, you was like, I can't turn back. So we got to make it work.
No.
I know. I love that. But then you started this new thing. You became a brand, like a household brand. And I want to talk a little bit about that for a few more minutes before we transition the conversation to where I really want us to go. But I wanted you to speak on like just what you've been doing. Like, how did you brand Mahogany and your products? Let's talk about that a little bit. Because you didn't just do hair, honey. You became the hair industry.
Oh my goodness. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everything, I guess there's no such thing as a coincidence. It just happened. And it's like when you put yourself in a position to be grateful for every moment that God gives you and everything that he places you in, it's like the door and the pathway is always open. So like everything that has ever happened, I've thought about it. And it just like happened. Someone told me the other day, be careful what you think because it comes true. It comes to pass. And it does. So, I mean, everything in the world that we live in, we can make it what we want it to be. I mean, the Mahogany brand, it speaks for itself. It's just me. It's art. It's everything. Like, I mean, girl, I could just go on and
I want you to go. Please go.
I mean, okay. Well, I mean, I'm a very artsy person, so I love graphic designs. I love fashion. I like to decorate, all of that stuff. So the brand itself is all wrapped up into that. So when you think about hair, it's still art, you know, and so. That's where the Mahogany brand comes from, and then it branches off to other things. It just happened, Faye. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know how it happened. All I know is I could just give thanks to God.
Amen. For
the people. I mean, Chris Bond, he did that video that you watched. He's like the bomb.
Man,
he's
that
like
was
the
awesome.
A1 graphic designer and video director ever. But like running into these people in the hair industry, that's what placed me. Like I was in the right place at the right time all the time. So it was ordained. So I don't have a real good answer. It just happened.
It just happened. You said it. You was at the right place at the right time, and you were just in the right alignment. And you know, just like the word tells, every step of a righteous man is ordered by the Lord. So when you just commit your affairs, your business, all those things to the Lord, you find yourself like in places and you're like, oh, okay. So that's why when people say, oh, you missed your opportunity. No, we don't miss opportunities, because everywhere that the Lord would have me to be is where I am. If it passed me by, that means it was not my opportunity. So I don't get caught up in like, oh, I missed this or I missed that, because I don't miss anything. Everywhere I'm supposed to be, now that's gonna bless somebody's life. Wherever you're supposed to be is where you need to be and where you're gonna be. Now there was some places, girl, that I went where I shouldn't have been, but that's another conversation for another topic for another day. But when I was in alignment.
Yes,
I was in the right place, because some of them roads I've traveled on my own, honey.
Girl,
Lord, thank you for forgiveness. Thank you for forgiveness.
But listen, even in tragedy, it's a great place to be, and it's a testimony. You know, so we've all been hard-headed, we've all had moments, but it's still a place that you cannot put behind you and say, okay, I regret, because it wouldn't have made it. You are the person that you are today because of it. You can talk to certain people and be a person that is very relatable because of where you've been and what you've been through. So, I mean, if you wouldn't have been through some of the things you went through, or me, you know, versus you or whatever, some people won't receive you because and she don't know what I've been through. So how can you talk to me? How can you speak to me on a matter and you don't even know what that's like.
Exactly.
I could talk to somebody that has, had to transition from one city or state to another and, had to get it to where I don't have any family.
Wow.
I don't have no family in Dallas. This ain't nothing new.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I can talk to someone that's been homeless on my level. I can't never say that I've been homeless laying on the street, but that situation in that moment, it will wake you up and say, okay, hold on, I got to do something.
Right. We call that in the nonprofit role, like for me, for what I do with homeless, it's called displaced. And you would be surprised how many people are in our churches, on our jobs, at the nail shops that are really homeless or displaced. Like there's a legit community of women that you see posting on Instagram and Facebook and all these other social media sites that's living in their cars with their kids. But when you see their posting, you would think like, what? But it's a real thing. And so I totally understand and I get it, because you just never know with life, like the journey or the circumstances that's going to get you to where you are. Like whenever we had the hurricane here in Houston, there was a lot of homeless people that were millionaires or displaced. There was a lot of people who had money that was homeless and displaced. So, and I always say this, so just because you're not there today, you don't know what tomorrow's going to look like. So don't judge those who, or don't laugh at those who are in a bad place or in a low place now, because you just don't know what your story going to end up like next week, And I just think that that's an important thing to remind us. And I always try to keep that in the forefront of my mind when I help these women that's coming to the palace, because I was one decision from being that person. I was one decision from being where they are, right?
Right.
So I try, and so that with that in mind, like the Lord has really used me to help in that way, to be sensitive, because I had some struggles. I had, like, when people hear my story, they look at me like you, like, no, yes, me, honey, but they just never know your story. And that's why when I read and I watched the video, and we're going to be sharing the video on our YouTube channels only. So you guys have to, at the end of the live, you have to go to our YouTube, like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that when we put the video up, you guys can see it. It's gonna, like, I would recommend that you have tissue. Like, I cried. And I'm sensitive anyway, a little bit, but usually I'm tough skin as well. But like, I could not contain myself watching that video. I was just so touched. I don't know if it was because I didn't know your full story, and I just didn't know you went through all that. So we talked a little bit about the business aspect. Like, now we know you're a hairstylist. You moved to Dallas. Shout out to our people watching in Dallas. Hey, Dallas. And we were supposed to actually do this video, you and I, a year or so ago, right? Yes. We were supposed to have this conversation. And so I'm so glad that this is the time. It's like the appointed time, and all the videos and cameras and all those things could not stop our conversation. So I'm grateful that through it all, we pushed through, girl. That's what we do. We gonna just push through it, right? So one of the things I wanted to ask was, you have so much good stuff that we can talk about, girl. But I wanted to kind of switch gears. You started a brand. You started like, you have hairspray. Tell us a little bit about that before we move on, and where we could find your products.
Okay, well, right now I'm in the process of moving. I have rebranded my product. Okay. And I'm moving it to a new website. So it's due to launch my birthday on Thursday. Woo!
I know. I heard you had a birthday coming up.
Yes, it's due to launch on my birthday. It's called Miss Olivia. I named it after my mom, the one that adopted me. She was like so freaking amazing, and she had these growing hands. So, but when you go to the website, you'll be able to read some of the little story about it. Well, I mean, it's geared towards people who have like hair issues and hair growth issues. A lot of it, scientifically, when we're in beauty school, we learn about camphor and stuff like that, and how it promotes hair growth and it gets rid of fungus on the scalp, because a lot of us don't realize we have fungus. And a lot of things, especially from within, and some of our diets are like horrible. And, we just need to, replenish. And it kind of helps on the outside with what we're not doing on the inside. And it's a great product. I've been sitting around on this for a couple of years, and now I'm launching it like the way I'm supposed to launch it. Yes,
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I'm nervous at the same time, but like when you're nervous, that's when you're supposed to do it.
And that's what faith is, right? Like a lot of times you just like, okay, Lord, let's do it, right? And I am a huge faith walker, and sometimes to a default, like, because I just trust God for everything. Like, let's do it.
Mean, the Bible says, He hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. Number one, you may turn it around. I'm in my right mind, so I know I ain't crazy. I have a love for my craft. Okay, and now I have the power to just go ahead on and step forward and do it. So that's it in a nutshell. But the whole reason behind me launching this product is all of that in one. At the same time, I am retiring myself from behind the chair, and I have had enough.
Wow. So you retired from cosmetology, from being a hairstylist?
Well, from behind the chair. There's a difference.
Okay, Miss Mahogany, honey. Speak well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm on the inside. I'm an educator, so I love to educate the clients. I love to educate the guests. I love to educate other hairstylists about the scientific part of hair and how to keep it healthy. And it's just I love that part. I love the business side of it, as far as just business, and I've always been business. So when it comes to just laboring behind the chair, I love art, but I also love to plant businesses.
Yes.
In other words, that is the apostolic.
That's why I like you.
Yeah, that's the apostolic in me. So a lot of people take apostolic to where, like, for religious terms, but when you think about apostolic, it's more of building a brand, building businesses, and just building all together. So I love to do that. So with that being said, I'm also opening a beauty supply in Soto.
Come on.
Yes,
girl, I'm gonna show you some hearts and some love. I love it.
Thank
I love
you.
it. And that's the thing where I tell people, like, we are multifaceted people. Like, I am not just a hairstylist, right? I don't do hair anymore, but I can still put a curling iron in my hair, girl. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna twerk it.
You're gonna make it hot.
Yes. But like, I can do them. I have multiple gifts, right? And I just use them all to the full, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And because I always felt like I never wanted to be that person that died or that passed away, or even got to a seasoned age, like my mother-in-law would call it, like to a seasoned age, and look back and say, wow, I didn't do anything with my life. I can honestly say, for the most part, everything that I wanted to do, or not everything, but a lot of things that I wanted to do, I've already done, or I'm doing now. And some things I had no idea I never thought I would be an owner of a construction company. Hey.
What?
Yes. My husband and I just started, we build construction, and we've been super busy because of the snowstorm that we just had. So, but it's all glory to God. Like, when I think about, like, when all the times, like, I was praying for this certain type of peace in my life. Like, the Lord has just done that. It's not about the money. and all that stuff. Thank God for it, because he is Jehovah Jireh, the Lord that provides.
Yes,
So he has proven himself to be my provider in every aspect of that. However, I was really praying for the peace of God just to be in my businesses, in my life, in my marriage. And he is doing that. It's because of him. He's sustaining all those areas. I want to jump in and kind of shift the conversation, but we're gonna put more information where they could find your products. We're gonna have all those things. We're gonna have those on our YouTube channel, how they can contact you, how they can see your story in its full the full video. But I want us to talk about, you said that you're naming your products after your mom. Tell us a little bit about your story and your mom, and just like that life, like your life journey. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well,
I'm just gonna be quiet and let you talk.
No, good. No, I like the interaction, because I can't. Yeah, I like that, because like we doing girl talk, we on the phone.
Yes.
But anyway, well, I mean, born in Lake Charles, I was adopted. That is not, now whenever you see the video, the whole, I'm just gonna put this out there. A lot of people say, well, if I was you, Mahogany, yeah, I wouldn't even have nothing to do with it. After they have, a lot of people really didn't know that I was adopted. A lot of people didn't know the story of all of that. But after they saw it, they were like, well, if I was you, I would let them know, this is a life lesson. A lot of times the comments we make and a lot of things that we say, it tells us who we really are. So the Bible also says, so a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you are saying that out of your mouth, it must have started in your heart. So a lot of people would say, well, Mahogany, I wouldn't even have nothing to do with your mama. Well, hold up. Wait a minute. This woman, in my mind, even as a young kid, I had no issue with what she did, because she thought out, even though the reason may have not been the right reason, but she took time to think about, okay, these people got money, these people take care of, these people already have businesses, and as far as the lineage is concerned, she actually took time to say, okay, I'm going to give my baby to someone that can take care of my baby, like literally, and leave an inheritance to my baby.
Yeah.
So this poverty thing in the bloodline has got to end. So in her mind, she thought, well, I'm going to just go ahead on and give her to these people, because these people, they have money, they have businesses, they have this, they have that, and they're going to make sure she's taken care of. Not to mention, they had a daycare center. So my mom, the one that raised me, she took care of everyone's children. So who better to give a baby to but someone that takes care of babies daily?
Wow.
So this lady, she took care of everybody in the neighborhood. So if they say Miss Mayo, Mayo's Grocery, Mayo's, even in Houston, my uncle has a truck stop, Mayo's Truck Stop.
Okay.
It spread. So Miss Olivia took in everyone's children, not just me. She took care of me. She raised me. I mean, I was in every activity known to man. I mean, choir in church. I learned church from her. I learned everything. Mm-hmm. So how to be a young lady, how to carry yourself, how to be. So, I mean, when it comes to business, she even taught me at 5 years old. I'm like, who teaches their child how to write a check at 5 years old?
A good mother.
But I remember, girl, that woman there. And then she had a sassy mouth. And with that being said, a lot of the products I named after some of the things she would do and say.
Wow. So that was your way of honoring her.
That was my way of honoring her. And not only that, my mom who gave birth to me, she still encourages me on to do certain templates to sell the artwork that I draw.
Yeah, because you're a bad girl. I didn't even know you was an artist. I didn't like. There's so much
Girl,
that's
that's my first love.
wrapped up in like this, and a lot of people don't realize that hairstylists are so creative. We are very creative people. Like, and you can do multiple things. Like, usually hairstylists are very fashionable. They're good decorators. Like, we could do a lot of things. And so that's one of the things that I learned about you, that you wanted to be a cartoonist, and that was really different and news to me, because I had never met or known a cartoonist. So kudos to you. You're gonna have to show us some of your work, and I know you was gonna show us some of your work today. But you know what? We're gonna post some of your art on our YouTube channel, because I want people to see like the many facets of who Mahogany is. Right? You're not just hair. You're not just this one person. And you know, even when we think about it in the natural, like, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm still Alisha Faye. However, I have all these other services or assignments that I do in this one flesh, right? So you could have a lot of things going on. I want you to talk a little bit about just your relationship and about your dad. Man, your story is so powerful, and I know it's hard to unpack it all in the amount of time that we have. However, tell us a little bit about, there's a piece of the video where you talk about your mom would always tell you when you would be rebellious or when you wasn't doing the right thing, what she was going to do to you. And I want you to kind of move into that part with her and how you lost your parents.
God. Well, you know, she would always just be like, Mahogany, you need to listen. And, you know, I would, oh my, where should I start? Well, yes. Well, let's start with my dad. Okay. My dad, he was the dad of all dads. And like growing up, he would be like, you know, beauticians don't make no money. So I just went on ahead and dropped out of college to prove everybody wrong. Beauticians do make money. Mm-hmm. So, and I did a very good job at it, but at the same time, I was never fulfilled. And then going back to my mom, whenever I was little, she would always tell me, Mahogany, you're going to have to start behaving, because bad little children go, you know, I'm going to go ahead on and throw you in that darn river, girl. You don't get yourself together. And I was like, oh, no. And I was straightened up, because I wasn't playing. I ain't playing with this woman, because she takes me shopping every weekend, and I can't miss no shopping being thrown in no river. Mm-hmm. And that's the mindset of a kid that's like, okay, you like things, Mahogany. So, I was like, you'll straighten up, because you want that little dress. You want that little dress, don't you? You want those socks? Yes, I do. Yes, ma'am. And I was straighten up. So, but this the hard part, and everybody was like, well, wouldn't being adopted bother you? No, being adopted doesn't bother me. The hard part was when she committed suicide, and that was like the worst. That took a toll on me, because I didn't have nobody. I didn't have anybody. Like, everybody didn't matter to me anymore, because the only person that ever wanted me to do, you know, that pushed me, even though she pushed me really hard, she was gone.
Yeah.
She was gone. And so I had to really muster up the strength to say, okay, Mahogany, you got to do something. So that's where that push, and that I don't care what nobody says. I don't care if I move to Timbuktu. I'm going to get it. I can be underneath a bridge, and I'm going to make it.
Right.
Yeah. So,
it's like, even in your story, when you tell your story, and I can't wait for you guys who are watching to go to our YouTube channel and watch the video. Oh my goodness. It's so, and you give more detail, and I love it. One of the things you talk about trauma, because here you have your mom who had given you away. Well, she gave birth to you in the hospital and left you in the hospital for 10 days. And then you talk about this other piece of it where they covered your face, because like in shame, like all these pieces, like the trauma of all that. And of course you go more into detail. And I just was looking at the video like in awe, right? And
Right.
you tell the part of, you being left in the hospital. So here, since a baby, you felt and had to deal with a sense of rejection, right? Or abandonment.
Right.
Then moving forward, you get adopted, and then your we call them bonus dad or your stepdad, he dies, and then you feel another sense of abandonment. And then your mom, who is your stepmom, probably the only mom that you knew, or
Right.
even though your biological mom. Thank you. But you still felt that abandonment, right?
Yeah, psychologically.
And so here it is again. The only mom that you know has abandoned you. Tell us, how did you said she committed suicide? Do you want to share a little bit about how that happened?
Well, I think I'm gonna save that for it's for them to watch the video. But all I can say is for how it happened. It was a trauma like nobody's business, and it's like right about now. I'm speechless right about now just thinking about it because that was selfish. That's all. I was like, that was selfish, man. How could you do this to me? And I didn't see anybody else in the picture. It was just me. So I was being selfish about her being selfish.
Right. And
go
ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, and the fact of the matter is that whole lesson was for me to learn how to forgive.
That's
because I didn't forgive her for that. And psychologically, in the back of my mind, I thought I forgave my mom, but I didn't forgive her either because I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? Like, how dare you? And then it's like, you know what? This is a teachable lesson.
Yeah.
This is a lesson that everyone needs to hear because although it may unearth some things, a lot of people need to hear the fact that, okay, they overcame by the word of their testimony and by the blood of the Lamb.
That's right.
So that testimony gonna free a lot of people because I didn't know I was touching that many people. I thought I was okay. Everybody lives like this, Mahogany, but everybody doesn't.
Honestly, I think it's only been 30 days, maybe a month, and not even a full month because we only go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But the messages, and thank you guys who send messages to me, encouraging me, telling me thank you for just the content that we're sharing here. That means a lot to me. And that's the things that we wanted to bring. I was like, no, I didn't want to have the messy things and all that. We could find platforms for that all day long. But I wanted this to be a space where people can tell their stories and tell their truth and share their life journey. And it never, ever fails. At the end of the show, somebody's inboxing me. Thank you. I needed that. I needed to hear that. So thank you guys for sending us messages. And we know that we have on the screen our email where you can send those questions, concerns, if you got topics you want to hear about. They're there. So thank you guys. But you never know, when you're in the midst of it, it says, it doesn't feel good, but it's working out for you good. And that's one of the things when a lot of areas in my life, when I went through things, I always question, how in the world is this pain? Because I'm in pain, I'm hurting, right? How in the world is that going to work for my good? I never, ever understood it because I was still in the midst of it. But not until the Lord brought healing to that area. And I was like, oh, okay. So even this platform, it's working for my good, right? The things that I had to go through, the life lessons. Now I have a platform. The Lord has allowed me to have this platform so that I can help and share other people's stories, and other people can get healed. Man, it's you would be so surprised. I'm so grateful. I want you back. I'm gonna have you back on the live with us, because I want everybody to see your beautiful face, and we're gonna, just have a good time, have another conversation. So what I may do, or what I think I want to do, is to allow everybody to go and watch the live. And not only the live, go and watch the video on our YouTube. So you go and subscribe to YouTube, The Queen's Corner. You're going to see my face. And so the video is going to be there. Watch the video. It is, I really don't want to spoil it for them, but it is very powerful. I really want you to come back. I know we were supposed to have a conversation about minding your own business and what that looks like, in the business world. But when I really felt like you needed to share just some of your story. And thank you so much for being with us. Thank you guys for watching. I wanted them to call in. Let me see if anybody have any questions, anybody have a comment that you want to ask Mahogany. Thank you, Nikki Lee. Thank you guys for watching. Miriam is on the line. Thank you guys. Bianca Fly. So we have Lafayette is in the building, honey. They are representing, showing so much love to you. I know that you're not online and you can't see, but they don't know our struggles. So many of us are still suffering in silence, going through, and we don't have that safe haven to even have conversations, right? And so that's why we are providing this platform to do those things, to have those conversations. And I'm not saying we're going to have the conversations. You should have those conversations prematurely, because there's a process. You didn't just one day wake up and like, oh, I'm healed from all my trauma, because that your story and your journey has a lot of trauma, and we're not going to disclose it so they can watch the video. However, that was some things that you had to do, and some healing and a process that you had to go through, right?
Right.
And that's the part we don't want to go. We don't want to revisit hard places. But I'm telling you, whoever you are watching today online, go through the process. It will change your life forever. You don't want to continue to go through life carrying all this weight, all this baggage, all this unforgiveness, all this unresolved. Yes. I know when I finally got to a place where the Lord really broke me for real. I can't wait till y'all read my book. He broke me, and I was just like, I don't care how bad or how you think you got it going on, but when the Lord breaks you, honey, you are broken. But there's a beautiful song, Gracefully Broken, and that's the part that you want to be broken gracefully, where there's still some tenderness and some love, and he's not breaking you to hurt you or to shame you. It's working for your good. That's the piece. All things work together for your good, right? And so I am so glad, in spite of the little technical difficulties that was trying to come through, I'm glad that you were here and that we got to hear your voice. And I want you to be encouraged. Know that you have a voice. You have a powerful, powerful testimony that you didn't even touch on half the things that you've experienced or went through. No, but it's fine. Now our viewers have a place to go and read and hear your story, and we're going to have some contact information where they can contact you. And I'm definitely going to have you back on, my girl.
Yes. And look, can I say something?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. So for all of you who are watching, just a little keynote that unforgiveness lies dormant in your body, and it manifests physically. So all I can say is learn how to if you meditate. If you have a way of speaking to your creator, speak to God and process and face the problem. Always face the problem and let it manifest to the surface. That's just like in deliverance ministry, when I was in deliverance ministry or whatever. And we would call the spirit out, and it had to come forward and manifest, and it had to leave. Once it lets you know, okay, I'm here. Okay, I'm gonna cut up. Okay, now you gotta go. Stuff like that. So, like, say for instance, we had a problem with the internet earlier trying to get live, and so I said, okay, these airway demons got to go. It manifested, and it had to leave, but we're still here.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can say is that as an individual, we all must learn how to forgive. Call that thing out, look in the mirror, and say, okay, let's deal with this. I don't like this about me. I don't like the fact that I'm always angry. I don't like the fact that
Yes.
I got a problem with my baby daddy. I got a problem with this person. Oh, this one do this. I wish I had that. Face it. Say what it is. Let it manifest, and write those things down that you really want to come out from within.
That's right.
You know, all the great things, and God will bring it out.
There's always a root issue. Deal with the root.
Stay focused. Exactly. So just a little minor testimony.
You know
it's
what?
An old.
I can't wait till you come back. There's so much that I just want to I could just pick your brain about a lot of things, and we can share so much. And so I know that you're going to be out for a little bit. However,
right.
I would love for you to come back on the Queen's Corner, and we finish the conversation, and then we could have women or men, our kings and queens, call in and ask questions, because that's one of the pieces that we are bringing to our platform, where people can call in. And so I'm excited. Thank you so much for sharing what you shared with us today. I just pray that for all of us, there's so many people who's going to probably watch the repost or the replay. I just want to encourage you guys. Mahogany is live on the phone with us. We were having some technical difficulties, which was fine. We don't get excited about those things. We just roll with the punches, right? And however, and just go with it. But I am asking her on live, so you guys could hear and witness, that I would love for you to come back and we just have another conversation.
Absolutely.
And you could continue to tell us about your brand and how that's going and your new endeavors, because I know you got a new interior design business that's happening that we didn't get a chance to talk to, but it's but it's fine. But I want you to come back. So are you going to come back and see me, girl?
Yeah.
Yay.
We're sisters for life.
I know, for life. I love you, girl. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, praying. So I just want to thank you. All right, y'all, show my girl some love. Show her some hearts. Say hi from wherever you may be. And remember, we all have a story. We all have a journey, right? And some of our roads went different ways. Some of our paths went different ways. Some of us, we were on the same path and then detoured. However your journey may look or may still look, there's hope. As long as you have blood running through your veins, there's still hope. And so we're gonna be posting up a prayer line where we're gonna have a place where even after the live, you can call in and we can pray. Because that's the thing. We don't want to just we want to be able to give you information or just different resources and tools that you can use and heal. It's time for the kings and the queens to heal, and I always tell people, they are like, why do you always refer to yourself as a queen and the king? Because we are. The Bible says that you and I, if you are a believer in Christ, that we are a royal priesthood. We are a holy nation. And so we come from a line of a lineage of royalty, right? King Jesus. So I take it serious. I take it to heart. And so there's a lot of things that's coming up that I'm going to ask you to be a part of as well, Mahogany. And I'm going to get with you about that offline. There's some things that's happening when I return back from Africa. So I would love for us to partner together with that. All right, you guys, we're going to release the line, but I want to just say blessings. And God bless you guys. We love y'all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for starting watch parties. And remember, March 7th, to join us live for the Share the Love, Hearts for the Homeless. It's the Palace fundraiser. And so I would love for you guys to not only watch, but to also be a part of that giving time so that we could help more people in the community. And you're going to hear a little bit about how I got started, how the palace started, and like all the ladies and all the amazing things they are doing and have done, those who have transitioned. So yeah, I'm excited about it. You guys be blessed. I love you guys. Until Wednesday. All right. See you next time. Thank you, Mahogany. I love you, girl.
You're welcome. I love you too.
All right.